Hello, so now we are back, Tatjana and
Judith. Hello.
So this is a recap of the ISU Grand Prix final and of this exhausting event. But yeah, it was cool, and the pairs, started.
And that was so exciting. And also the top three, it was the top three pairs who made the medals, shared the medals in between them, but it was so close and they were all good.
They were the favorites.
But not perfect, but it was so close. And the victory went to the new team, Minerva Fabian Hase and Nikita Volodin from Germany. Especially they had a fantastic short.
Yes, that was great for them, and especially if you know what happened to Nikita. After the NHK trophy, Nikita was really sick, so he couldn't skate, he couldn't practice, and he had high temperature and he was in bed for and even when he came here, you could see him with his tea, and he had his
also his voice. You could really hear that he had a cold.
He was really bad, and they didn't had any run-throughs of their program since NHK Trophy. That was actually what they did in the competition, was the first full run-throughs of their program, and I think it's amazing really to have this courage and to have this commitment and to be able to push through and to do it in the competition, even you're not 100%. I think that really shows a lot of mental strength.
Definitely.
That they and that's very important, and it's very good to see, and that gives hope that they can continue to put out these performances.
But they didn't have that much pressure. That was maybe in their favor. Also Minerva said, because of this sickness, they didn't come with any expectations to this final. They didn't plan to win. Different than maybe Diana Stedate-Dudek and Maxime Deschamps, who really had the pressure on themselves, who really wanted to win, who knew they were the favorites, and they struggled a bit with the pressure. But nevertheless, I also think it's amazing, especially in the free skate, 4 minutes that he pushed through with that. And Minerva said she never doubted Nikita. She always trusted him.
I asked, were you not afraid that he might drop you on a lift? Because there were some teams that struggled with lifts in the final. But no, she said she trusts him 100%. And she said even if the lift would go down, I was sure he would put me down softly on the ice.
Then I was very, very happy for Sara Conti and Niccolò Macci of Italy, who had their best competition yet of the season. They had a little mistake on the twist in the long, but they had the best free skate. For the first time, they landed the triple toe double axel combination in competition. They almost won. It was 0.5 points between the first two couples, and they said now we're back, now the season starts for us, because they had some untypical mistakes in many competitions before.
Yeah, because they used to be very consistent.
And now they said, now we're back, and also it will be quite interesting in Europeans.
Yeah.
With them, the German team, the other German team, which is also
the Georgians.
And the Georgians.
From juniors. We talked about them in the Junior Grand Prix recap. Yeah, so Diana and Max only third, but at least they got a medal this time. Because Diana said she came last year, they were fourth, and Diana was sick. Last time it was Diana who was sick.
Yeah.
And so she wanted redemption at the final. Didn't quite work out. There were some issues, but
she was really disappointed.
Yeah, she was disappointed that they didn't make a big error, like a fall, but a lot of elements were not so clean, and that showed.
They still have the chance at Worlds to shine at home in Canada.
And 4 continents. They come back to China.
Yeah.
Yeah, then
the other teams.
Maria Pavlova and Alexei Shevchenko replaced Annika Hocke and Robert Kunkel of Germany, who had to withdraw as he was injured. But for them, there was a great bonus to be here, and they had 2 solid performances. A little struggle with the lift, for example, in the long program, but 4th place for them was very good.
Yeah.
The other 2 teams, they made some mistakes, but
yeah, they can both be very happy to have qualified for the final, especially Lia Pereira and Trent Michaud, who also don't skate together for so long. And they had quite a good free skate, had some struggles in the short, but yeah, they were happy with the free skate after all. The ice dance. That was the first three teams were not predictable at all. How it came out.
Yeah, how it would come out. But it was. What I was surprised was that in the end that we had the top three teams and then the other three teams.
Yes.
So there was because Lila and Louis had beaten Ginia, Marco and Charlene at the NHK Trophy. So clinic said,
maybe the fourth team is coming in.
Yeah, maybe they will fight for a podium spot, but there was an error on the twizzles in the rhythm dance, and so I lost quite a few points there. And then at that moment they were out of contention for the medals.
Exactly, they were actually the fourth, fifth, and sixth place all had big struggles in the rhythm dance. Which really set them apart from the rest of the field. So it was really the top three and the other three. In the free dance, also the second Canadian team, Laurence Fournier-Baudry and Nikolai Sørensen, again had some problems with the twizzles. So yeah, the twizzles weren't really...
The twizzles were like the quad for the ice dance.
For the ice dances here. Also a lot of teams said they struggled a little bit with the dry air, with the jet lag, with the late times of competing.
Yes, not used to it. The rhythm dance was late at night, was the last event, so that was tiring for them, and their long break between the practice and the actual competition. So that's also difficult for the skaters then to keep the tension.
Yeah.
But Madison and Evan.
Exactly.
Madison and Evan really won with a significant gap for ice dance.
Yes.
Set new.
It was surprising.
I mean they were skated very well.
Yeah.
But it really looks like the judges loved this program too, and it's a very good program. So, but I would have wished it would have been a little bit more exciting. It was a little bit closer in the scoring. So
especially after the rhythm dance.
Yeah.
Like if you would have them all at the same board, would have been a little more exciting.
Because all three teams, I think, all three are so good, and their programs are also it's so hard to choose which one you prefer because they are all so great.
I think especially Piper and Paul, they put in so much passion in the free dance. You could see that, and they came out only third. I mean, the other two couples were also good. Like I would have won them all on the top. Also the Italians.
I also love this program. This flow is just amazing, and when you see and you watch, and each move fits perfectly the music. It's so great.
And Marco actually got a little bit sick the last day. He said he didn't feel very well. He was actually very surprised that he could pull through in the free dance. He said the adrenaline probably saved him. But considering that, they performed so amazingly.
Yeah, and all these teams obviously have so much experience. But so that was the repeat of the World Podium.
Exactly.
We will see what happens then next time they meet at the World Championships.
And then we had the girls, and they're the women, not girls, the women.
The ladies.
Here we had the expected outcome with Kaori Sakamoto. He won, but it was her first victory at the Grand Prix final.
And her first medal at the Grand Prix final.
Yeah,
and she was
she was so happy.
It was a big goal of hers to win this because she is a world champion, she's a 4 continents champion, she's an Olympic medalist. But she never even had a medal in the Grand Prix final. And so this time, she was excited, she was happy. She skated well, she had a very good program. And there was one mistake in the free with a flip, one triple flip that she stepped out. But she pulled it together.
And she won with a big margin over the 22 points.
Yeah.
And it was never in question. Also, I saw her in the practices. She was very, very solid there. It was a clear victory.
But because also some others had mistakes. Luna Hendricks, she's also somebody I always has so much bad luck, I must say, because she was after Cup of China she was sick, so she lost a lot of training time after the Cup of China, and she couldn't do the nationals. And then just before coming here, she had a bad fall and she injured herself at home in practice, so she wasn't even sure if she could come, but she said thanks to her physiotherapist who gave her massage every day, she was able to perform. And considering that, I think she did okay.
Well.
She did really okay.
Well, yeah, she did okay. She gets saved by her good components always a little bit, but she is a very mature and very expressive skater. We had Hana Yoshida of Japan in third place, who last year was last at the juniors, and now she got third in the senior final, especially because of her amazing free skate, where she landed her triple axel. They gave it a Q, but it was the first time this season that she actually landed it.
Well, that was good to see, and she came back from the short where she had 2 faults on the triple axel and in her combination.
Yeah,
but she didn't give up and she fought back, and so
she had a very good free skate, and that made her climb all the way to the third place. Nina Pinzerone, the second Belgian, was also very solid actually in both of her skates, especially in the short where she was third. The free, she missed the first combination, but she, considering that she's so young, she held it together very well. I thought it was she was very honest after the short, that she said okay, before coming here, she said everything got too much for her. She had a little bit of a mental breakdown, you could even say so. She said she thought she could not make it, but due to her parents and her coaches cheering her up, she was able to make it, and then she really enjoyed herself here.
Yeah, that's good to see. And Isabelle Vito,
that's the story.
But she that's maybe also saying
also
something
so
too much. She is so young, and she had a disaster of a short program. And she came out in the mixed zone and very maturely. She was very sad. She was crying after her performance, but she came and she spoke to the media. She faced the media, and she said that she didn't know what happened, but and then she will try to come back for the free, and she did.
She said already in the night after the short, she wasn't held her room. She made everything in order. She ordered her mind, and then she said she would only skate for herself the free to leave China with a positive feeling, and that's what she did. And I think it's remember that these girls are 16. They are really girls,
very
Nina
young,
and Isabel.
And she was third in the free skating, so I think hopefully this will really encourage her. So she can do it. She can come back from a bad performance, and it's a good learning experience for her. Yeah.
Yes.
Rion Sumiyoshi was happy that he got to the final, because it was a last-minute qualifier. But she wasn't able to show her best, and especially her quad toe didn't work out.
She was pretty sad after both of her skates. She said she takes it as a learning experience going into nationals in Japan in 2 weeks will be very exciting.
Yeah,
also,
that will be
considering
a fight.
who will get nominated for continents and worlds, and we will see who makes it. And then we had the men, and that was a big showdown, the big highlight, I think, for many, because it was crazy.
Yeah, because we know, all these skaters, they are so strong. They can, they have. All these quads, except for Kevin Amos doesn't have so many quads, but he has other skills, other qualities. And in the end, it was Quad God. He did his name justice.
The quads made the difference here.
The quads
and he came out and surprised everyone in the short, and he landed the quad axel in the short. So actually, it's mandatory to either jump a double or a triple axel. But you can have the quad axel as one of the single jump.
Solo jump.
And that's what he did. He didn't announce it before.
He said he wanted to surprise everyone. We saw him trying in practice, so we kind of thought maybe he will try it, but you never know. It depends on also how he feels in the moment. But he went for it, and of course he was ecstatic that he landed it.
Yes, he landed it in the short. He did not land it in the free, but nevertheless, after the big fall, fall at the beginning of his free skate, he went through and landed 5 other quads, including the quad loop that
For
he
the
did
first
for
time.
the first time in competition.
And now he is the first skater to have landed all 6 types of quads in competition. He didn't do the quad flip here, but he's done it before. So now he is has another record to his name, and I was so because he was like, when I spoke to him right after the free, he said, "Well, I was surprised. I didn't think that I would." After that fall, that I would able to do all this.
Yes.
And that I didn't think it was enough to win, maybe because the fall would take so many points away. But
I think maybe he's also like a little bit has had the World Championships back in his mind, where he did a great performance and it still was not enough to win with the quads. Here it was, and yeah. Well, I think he deserved it.
Yeah, he deserved it. He deserved it because also the others made some mistakes.
Yes. Shoma Uno was second here, like after 2 silver medals on the Grand Prix. He got another silver medal here. Now he won against the 2 guys who had beaten him in the past, Yuma and Adam. He was pretty solid, but he again was not completely clean. In the long, he popped one of his quads, similarly to NHK Trophy. He said afterwards that he thinks...
popped the triple axel.
He popped the triple axle, not the quad. He popped the quad at NHK. But yeah, he said afterwards that he thinks his performance at NHK had been better than here. I think he's still not so happy about those cues.
Yeah, the results and the cues, but there were some cues here again, no? We saw some cues again. But yeah, of course he was still upset, and that was a very controversial result in scoring at the
NHK Trophy.
Yeah.
But yeah, here I think deserved silver medal, and there's no question about that. Yuma Kageyama also pretty convincingly won the bronze. He in the free skate popped his opening quad sal, which was pretty surprising because he's usually so secure on this element.
Solid, yeah. But then he recovered and did all the other elements, so that was good. Adam Xiao Himfa, unfortunately, Adam Xiao Himfa, he did a double Lutz in the short, so he was way behind that. So, but he did not give up. He fought. He put out a good fight in the free, and he was third in the free skating.
Yes.
And to pull up to 4th. So
and he said he felt the pressure.
Yes,
it was the first time for him.
He was stressed. That he was regarded as a favorite,
yes.
and because he had beaten everybody here in the Grand Prix. So the other top skaters, But I think that not as just a smaller setback. He will come back strong from that. And Kao Muir was sick.
He was unfortunately sick. We were not even sure if he would make he would skate in the free because he missed the practices, the 2 practices before. He just didn't show up. Then it was said he will try to skate the free, and he did. He had a stomach bug, and you could see it in the free skate. He was not totally fit.
He didn't have the energy, but he was happy that he did not withdraw and that he skated. He finished the program, so he did that. And Kevin
Amos had a disaster of a free skate.
Yeah.
He was actually quite good in the short. He had there one small mistake, but he was also very happy after the short. He for the first time revealed the story of his short program, that it's about transgender people, like 2 friends of him. Then he dedicated this program to this and this topic, which is an important topic. And he was like very happy to be here after the short, telling that story. And then he came to the long, and he had 2 bad falls, and he popped everything, and he dropped to the bottom of the field.
It was just a disaster. But well, that's Kevin, ups and downs. So hopefully
next one is up again.
Yes, so hopefully he'll recover from that and come back. So
that was the Grand Prix season.
The Grand Prix season, the final, yes. And now the next step is the national championships, and I'm sure you'll stay tuned to follow this, and then we will continue Europeans for continents, Junior Worlds. We'll see you again.